this video, I'm going to be bringing you guys along for a little bit of a, not really a range review, but just bring you guys along with me testing the new mag spring that I got from ETS. They made it right when the spring failed. They got a new spring to me within a week, and you know, that's pretty good that, you know, they were able to do that. Now, a little bit of back history on this magazine. I have two of them, and the other one's, you know, in my pocket for a reload, fully loaded with 16. So a little bit of back history. After about 1,000 rounds distributed between the two of these, they both they both started to fail to reliably cycle or feed 180 grain ammunition. So since then, it's been 165 grain, and I've had these things, you know, loaded for like a day or two at a time, anticipating a range day. So I load my mags up the day before, you know, stuff like that, or I load them up and I put them on my plate carrier, go for a run or something like that. So, you know, they've been good training mags, but one thing, I hate that. That's why I could never see that thing being used for carry. But you take one out, it goes away for the most part. So anyways, I guess it just depends on how you load it and how the spring coils itself and everything, but you know, you get some of these rounds that are just free to move, whatever. So you get an extra round, so that might be important to some people. But anyways, the point today is to test out these mags and see if they're actually gonna give me the same problems they gave right away when I got these mags new. The springs were so tight and so powerful, they was actually causing malfunctions. It was actually kicking the spent brass up before the ejector had even hit it, or hit it properly. So it was actually causing like inline stovepipes and like weird failures to eject. So I'm gonna be looking for that, so I'm just bringing you guys along for this. It's kind of an excuse to make a video on a Friday, right? So whatever. We'll see if I make it out of this with at least half my blood intact. Good so far. And this one is still going strong. So, you know, no big deal. We go ahead and load these mags up again, and we'll continue. Round two, starting with my newly replaced mag spring. So, a little bit of a theory. Hopefully it's not too premature, but ooh, I love these Frank Proctor sights. Even with cloudy skies, these things pop out real nice. So, review coming in the future. Plenty of testing needing to be done. But my theory on the new mags is, yeah, they might have been oversprung. Okay, so my theory is that this recoil spring has been used it's seen about 4,000 rounds so far. That's not much, but it's getting towards the end of its lifespan. And with the way I've been treating it, it should be replaced within the next couple thousand rounds. Just to be on the safe side, so I'm not hammering the slide where the recoil spring holds on, because that's actually a weak point in the Gen 4s. So, my theory is the slide velocity was so slow that the mag spring actually had more tension. See, firearms are all about spring harmony, spring tension harmony. You got to have good spring tension harmony in order for everything to work well, for the most part. So, in some cases, if you have a weak extractor spring and a strong extractor spring and a weak recoil spring, you're still going to have failures to extract, because the recoil spring is helping delay the rearward movement of the slide. But just having a tight extractor spring isn't really going to do it, or having a new extractor. It can put stress on it regardless. So stuff like that. Basic stuff. So I think that might have been one of the things that was wrong at first, because it doesn't seem to be much tighter than when I first got these mags, when I got the original springs with them. But they might have been. They might have had more spring tension than this one has now. But, you know, it is what it is. So anyways, enough yakking and all. Go ahead and continue shooting. Ah, damn. Mosquitoes are killing me. Okay, one last complete go round, and then I got like 14 rounds left. So, there we go. Man, these fiber optic sights are awesome. It's almost like shooting a red dot. But, you know, you got solid mass in front of you. But, whatever. I can still focus on the target, and that thing's so bright, you can just put that red dot wherever you want to hit. It's beautiful. 14 rounds left. So, did pretty well. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, but I think that if this does indeed have the same spring tension as the original springs had, then maybe it is the slide velocity being increased by a weaker recoil spring that actually is preventing this from even being a problem. The slide's moving and reciprocating completely before this thing even has the spring tension to lift up my 165 grain ammo. Because when I first started using them, it was 180 grain ammo. So theoretically, the 165s are going to be thrown up faster, theoretically. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below. Definitely consider these for training mags. They actually do a pretty good job at that, and I really do appreciate how fast they were about getting me a new spring and keeping my mags running. So they definitely did keep their word on that, unlike a lot of companies do. But anyways, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, some people say warranties are for crappy products or whatever. I don't really believe that, but, you know, it is what it is, again. So, thanks a lot for watching, and you guys have a good one.